Okay, I wanted to stop the time lapse really quick because I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. This is just a real quick sketch that I did last night on in Zbrush. I was waiting for my son to get finished with karate, and I decided I was going to go ahead and just do a really quick sketch. So obviously he's missing an eye on that side. I'm doing a Vulcan. Just for fun. And you know, I wanted to show you guys that it is possible on a Surface device to do 3D sculpting. One of the things, however, and there's a caveat to that, I wanted to show you guys, unfortunately, see, I've got my quick key remote here. Unfortunately, what I've noticed is just some of the weird things that are happening with the Intrig technology. The pressure isn't that great, for one, and two, certain quick keys aren't working as desired, which is pretty frustrating, you know, when like this. So typically I'll press Alt, I'll click, and I'll press down, and I should be able to zoom in and out, and it's not allowing me to do that consistently. Now, of course, I can go over here to the side panel and I can zoom in and out, but I want to be able to do it be in my brush, and it's got some other weird little anomalies. Now, granted, it doesn't have a video card, but it does have the shared graphics. So, but what's really cool about this little quick key remote is I can go in, let's go down, and this is one of the things that I was talking about. So typically Z intensity in clay buildup is, you know, at the poly count that it's at the Zbrush, not Zbrush, but at the Dynamesh level that it's at, which is really low. I think I've got it at like 225 or something like that. Just something really low. Yeah, it's at 192. So whenever I go in, and it's really robust, I mean, just really strong. So what I have to do at this level, because, you know, the mesh is really low, so I could probably just jack it up a little bit. Let's go up to 400. Yeah, that's another thing. It's doing weird things here and there. Last night, like this. Okay. So last night, whenever I went to, see now, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, so I need to go ahead and jack that Z intensity down, even at 19. So I keep it around 4 or 5, and that's really where I like to be. And you're going to say, well, it's a Surface book. It's not really designed for that. The mesh looks pretty good otherwise. Okay. Excuse me. It does, I mean, basically, it does have a really good processor in it, but it is not, you know, in my opinion, I think in a pinch, you could probably get it done, you know, get your stuff done, but it would aggravate you like it did me last night. And plus, you know, I'm not really used to using a Surface device to do ZBrush. Usually I use my Mac or I use my Windows machine, you know, that has a much better processor in it. And you're going to say, well, ZBrush doesn't really use processing power. It's the program that renders stuff and does stuff. And I'm like, yeah, exactly right. However, what ZBrush does is use the existing RAM. So it uses the RAM allocation to the program, and this has shared graphics, and it only has 16 gigs of RAM. So, I mean, it's running pretty good. The poly count's not that high. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. You know, I could basically whip this thing out really quickly on a different computer. You know, the interface would be much smoother, and I think the pressure sensitivity would be much better, and it's not that good in here, and that really sucks. You know, I don't know if there's a setting in here for Windows Ink. I'd have to look at that. But what I'm doing basically right now is, you guys have seen, let's see if it'll do it. Nope. I have to go back here. What I've done is just basically done a really quick sketch in Dynamesh, pushing and pulling these pixels. Okay. Go ahead and pull that out just a little bit. Whoops. And for those of you who criticize how I use Zbrush, that's fine. You know, I don't use the program as much as I should. I do use it for professional work, but I don't use it as a primary. So what inadvertently happens, since I'm not using it as a primary, there's a hair right there, is once I get in here, it takes me a little bit of time to get used to the controls again. But eventually, you know, I level up. And you can see it's doing a weird blinking thing too. I don't know what that is. I'm sure the computer's like, holy crap, what are you doing? You know. And two, this is not supposed to be a realistic interpretation. It's just supposed to be a fun, cartoony kind of sketch. You know, it kind of actually looks like Nosferatu a little bit. You know, that old, yeah, see, it's doing weird things, you know. I like to use the brush. Yeah, see, I want to be able to hit my Alt, click, hit the screen, release, and it should zoom in and out, but it's not. So if you've never used a program like this and you're, you know, still, I don't want to say stuck in the traditional world, because I love, whoops. Okay. I love traditional artwork. I highly encourage you to just start expanding your horizons when it comes to artworks. You know? Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit. I mean, it's not bad, you know, the processor's handling it. It's just, you know, whenever you're used to something else and you go and you start doing this, it is quite frustrating, to say the least. Like that. So it basically, it brought up the brush resize menu even though I didn't want it to. And now it's doing something weird. Okay. Yeah, it's not responding. It did this last night. Yeah, it's not responding at all. It did this last night while I was saving, and I thought it corrupted the file. So let's go back. Maybe I'll switch brushes. Let's do this. Okay. Clay buildup. Nope. It doesn't want to do anything now. I think it's completely messed up. Let's go ahead and get out of here real quick, then I'll come back. See if it came back. Nope. Okay, so I was trying to show you that it is possible to sculpt in ZBrush. Yeah, I'm on the right layer. Nope. So I'm going to put you guys back on time-lapse. Hopefully I can come up with something decent. I was trying to see if maybe I accidentally clicked on something, which I think I did. 56, no, that's fine. Draw sign. No, we're fine. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put you guys back on time-lapse and we'll do a final wrap up at the end.